Greetings and salutations, friends. I am Numithrandor, and you might be wondering why we're here in Seluvis's Rise. Well, the simple answer is, I realize I cocked up. I made a mistake. In my disgust for Seluvis, and knowing exactly where his little questline was taking me, I decided to tell him to bugger off and left, without continuing his story. Now, the end result would have been the same. Him lying dead here, as he well deserves. Unfortunately, this particular outcome leaves me without the magic scorpion charm. Meaning that yeah, we have the sacred scorpion charm for raising holy damage, but we don't have the magic equivalent. All because I got so bloody put off by Seluvis and his depravities that it slipped my mind that I actually had to go along with him a little further. Between wanting to get the Moonlight Greatsword, the Dark Moon Sword this one's called, finishing Ronnie's questline, and remembering everything about how to get the Dung Eater, it slipped my mind that I had to actually go along with his bastard scheme a few steps further. So, that's one talisman lost to me until New Game Plus. Well, now we'll endeavor to get a different talisman. One that we haven't completely and permanently lost access to just yet. Then I realized, after getting the Moonlight Sword and plus 10ing it, I of course started pondering all of the necessary items to maximize the power of the sword, making a build around it, so to speak. And that's when I realized no magic scorpion charm. But I also realized that there was another charm that would be very, very useful. And this one, thankfully, I still have access to. Ooh. Madness creatures. Or to be more accurate, and speak proper English, creatures afflicted by madness. Oh well, I'm a little antsy about my failure, so I'm going to murder this camp right quick. There's a few items around here that doubtless I missed. There's also ballistas that I haven't neutralized yet. We'll get round to that. Although on second thought, there might not even be much of a point. After all, even if I neutralize them all, they will just reload. They spawn in, like everyone else does when I reload the area. Okay. Yeah, I'm not dealing with your shield nonsense. You're shooting at nothing, you know. Or maybe you don't know, you kinda don't seem all that bright, you know? Then again, after standing guard for several thousand years, I imagine anybody would start going a bit cuckoo. Not as if there's much, well, left of anybody around here. Okay, so there's more of you that I didn't notice. Or did more... Is there a ballista that I haven't? Yeah, okay, all the way over there. Alright, you're next then. It is so nice having a plus 10 weapon for a change. Mind you, there's still going to be a number of enemies that will give me grief. Although Mr. Pumpkinhead here isn't one of them. Now... let me see... Our objective is a bit back this way. We will have to explore Altus a bit more. Quite a bit more. I haven't even gotten to Mount Gelmir yet. Oh. Oh. Was that all of you? I kind of doubt it. If even in areas of lesser darkness, it is still worthwhile having the lantern. And here we have yet another Evergale. Which does remind me as well. There is at least one more Evergale that we have to manage. Well, first, this one. We'll get to the other in due time. Probably right after this, frankly. It's Godric the Grafted again. Oh, I can't. I guess I just wasn't in the right place to get the critical on him. Ow. I'm just not timing anything correctly. Oh, I'm not gonna... No, you're not killing me, Godric. Or Godfroy. Even though that's literally the exact same character model as Godric. And now I have the Godfrey's Icon Talisman. Let's see, we'll have to actually get back. Eventually. There we go. Stamina recovery is nice, but not absolutely necessary. Yep. Raises charged attack power of sorceries, incantations, and skills. I'm not actually... I'm suddenly drawing a blank. Is that actually going to improve the power of my moonlight sword? Well, I guess we'll find out. But now we'll go back to face Alecto once again. We left the matter with her unconcluded. She slew me, in other words, and then I simply decided not to bother with her again. Not until after I had my true sword. Quite simply, I wasn't willing to +10 any weapon before the moonlight sword. And I believe I may be forgiven for that. What kind of damage do we do? No. Not worth it. Not when I'm also going to square up against Alecto in a minute. Okay. There we go. I was beginning to wonder whether I had completely whiffed the direction here. Alright, now. Ooh, this is a much better start. Ow. A better start, but not a win yet. As she so very viciously reminds me. Didn't trade. She just stopped me. I keep making that mistake. You cannot trade with a destined death. Oh, and my buff wore off right as I started that. But that wasn't a good idea. Yep, Adula's Moonblade is also quite good. Not doing anywhere near the same damage, though. Ow. Yeah, that's rather pathetic damage-wise, actually. I need another frost proc, otherwise that's not going to cut it. At least I got my buff again. Ooh. Might just die from applying it, though. Oh, come on! 3 times? Ouch, ouch. Oof, gotcha there, though. Black Knife Teach. Well, that turned into a bit of a slugging match. But at least I came out victorious. Even if only just. And now, I have arguably the best spirit summon in the game. Well, let's go and have Roderica improve it as much as she can. Unfortunately, our resources are still rather limited.
Greetings. Are you here for spirit tuning?
Indeed I am. Well. I could go all the way to 10. Fantastic. Well, alright. I am sorry, Lieutenant. But Black Knife Tish is just better. Legendary Ashen Remains. Used to summon the spirit of Black Knife Tish. Tish was one of the assassins who, on the night of the plot, imbued her black knife with the rune of death, and slew Godwyn the Golden. She was the daughter of the Black Knife ringleader, Electo, and was killed protecting her mother during their flight from the royal capital. So, after the slaying of Godwyn, there was evidently further conflict, resulting in the death or capture of many of the Black Knife assassins. Well, good to know. A bit more of the lore unfolding for us. Now, while we're at it, let us go to Castle Sol. I need the other half of the Erdtree medallion. And getting to the Erdtree itself, of course, is one of our end goals. Why would I not pursue Melania? One of the 3 Empyreans. But before we can get to the Erdtree, we're going to have to enter the consecrated snowfield, which is not going to be an easy task. Just going to leap around the door, are we? And again. Okay. Yep, no trade, just pain. Trade, but nowhere near good enough. Yep, stayed perfectly still like that for another minute or 2. What? Okay, that... I didn't realize how much damage I would take from that. Ow. 2 of us can play a game of cold. too far. Gotcha. And some for 7 from each of you. Until I get to the Erdtree and even further along, we will have no means of acquiring better sources for those. Well, let's see if I'm making a mistake carrying on into the fortress after taking that savage beating from the lions. Wolves. At least they die in one hit now. Not that that makes them all that much nicer to deal with. Oh, and more birds. That right there is another reason why I love my Moonlight Sword. Gives me a ranged option to deal with the damn birds. Let's get some more light. Oh, more ghosts. Ow. If I knew there'd be an arrow coming my way. And another banished knight. Are you kidding? Really? Okay, the range you have on that is kind of ridiculous. Fortunately... Okay, nothing's fortunate for me right now. My damn buff wore out again. No. And you could follow me straight down, eh? Ay, well. I guess on the plus side, even though that damn elevator isn't working yet, you did force me to come this way. So I won't be missing goodies, I guess. That's something, anyway. There's a ladder. We'll go up. Because why not? Yeah, considering we've already had one knight teleport on us, I think it's safe to say, yeah. Safe to say that we're in for... No! Oh, for crying out. Really? What? Okay, running away now. After losing half my damn health. 2 firebombs did that much damage. Ay. You. Where is the... Okay. Another one? Okay. Okay. What? Now what? Yeah. Bloody hell. Just... ugh. And down there's the courtyard we were in a minute ago. Yeah, I'm going back to the entrance. As soon as I find my way there. Bloody hell. Sorcerer painting. Yeah. We'll look into all the painting stuff later. I'd rather not waste all of your guys' time with my fumbling about trying to figure out exactly where all those are. Now, only important question. Will the lions, at least, stay dead? Let me look at my current arsenal of spells. Can't help but notice that I don't have Ronnie's Dark Moon spell. And I'm drawing a blank on where to get that. Well, it seems I'm in luck. The lions stayed dead. Okay. Swings and roundabouts. Annoyingly, I fall through a crack in the floor. End up finding a hidden item. Ay. Well, this run has turned into a mess now, hasn't it? At least I don't have to go back to the same areas we just were. No point, after all. Now, getting the Exile Greaves actually raises an interesting point. Namely, I can get the Exile Greaves all the way back in Stormvale Castle. Likewise, I could get the base version of the Banished Knight armor set too. So both of these are the sets of most of the enemies here in Castle Sol are items I would have get all the way back in Stormvale. And there's precisely no difference between them. With the sole exception of the Banished Knight, it has a variant that comes with a tabard, a surcoat, I think it's called. And that is one of the cooler armor sets in the game. And you do have to come all the way out here to actually get that armor set. Because I think it only drops from the knights here and nowhere else. That's a nice glowy item. And we have a ghost. Hmm. The Eclipse. Ah, the Eclipse Shuttle. Let's see. Don't even have enough faith to use it. Kind of ironic. I don't think I've ever actually made use of that weapon. Just never appealed to me. Then again, I've never been overly fond of curved swords in general. I tend to prefer medieval European style designs. Typically double-edged with a very sharp point. I favor that design for its utility. After all, a curved sword can be used for thrusting, but it won't be as good as the European sword at that particular, or rather the straight sword, I suppose you'd call it. There are many different names for the type of sword I'm thinking. Okay. And we're both whiffing horrendously. So fortunately, you didn't quite have it in you to catch me out. Not this time, at any rate. Was there anything worthwhile coming here for? Oh, and incidentally, that specific night is one of the ones that drops the alternate R version of the Banished Knight set I mentioned a minute ago. And the elevator here is actually a key part in being able to farm him easily. So, I'll be doing that for the next 68 years, hoping to get the unaltered version of the Banished Knight set, so wish me luck on that. I have little enough hope for that endeavor. More bloody archers. I'm gonna want my sword extra charged for this. I know there's gonna be at least one more. Yeah, you. You are the one I'm thinking of. Jump scare me, will you? You know, you can dodge, but, yeah, I really don't mind if you... Hang on, did I just... I just got the armor. Blimey. Now... Truth be told, I was entirely expecting not to get this at any point for several hours. But, with that in mind, I actually, off camera, went and farmed up an original copy for myself. It did in fact take a while, but I do have now 2 sets of this. Like, I was going to just pretend I hadn't got it yet, and show up with it in the next episode or something, but I had no idea that I would actually get a copy of it. Just given to me like that. So yeah, caught me surprised. Surprised enough to literally overturn one of my own ideas. The joke of it taking 68 years to farm up just one copy of that armor still holds true, but bloody hell, they just had to prove me wrong, didn't they? They had to make it seem exact. Would you stop knocking me out of my attack? Blood count. And now I'm left to wonder exactly what my guy was aiming at. He certainly wasn't aiming at the bird, considering that the attack went straight into the ground. Let's see, is there anything out here? Well, I'm beyond the reach of Castle Sol. And its torrent-free zone. So I can summon good old Torrent again. Making my exploration of the grounds a little speedier. Maybe I can get there. Oh, what? Okay, did I just get too close to the castle? Oof. Yeah, I'm not sure why Torrent disappeared on me right there. Okay, so that was needlessly dangerous. There was actually no point in going that way, because it just looped around to where I was going anyway. Okay, so there wasn't much point in wandering around the castle. Well, at least everything is still dead because I haven't rested at any of the grace yet. And so, I should have a straight shot back to where I was. But yeah, that really did. Getting the Banished Knight set like that really did throw me for a loop. Just given to me out of nowhere. After it took me hours to grind out a copy earlier. Really hate this game sometimes. It could have been that nice to me yesterday when I went out to grind. But no. No, it had to... What the hell are you guys doing here? Albinurix. Yeah, oop. Okay. You whipped rather badly, I must say. You thought I was done? Guess again. Yeah, you pissed me off by summoning enemies to fight me. And now all your friends are dead. So what do you do? Oop. Hey, unlock on... Okay, that was a bit of bullshit right there. I locked on to the Elden messenger, and then it wouldn't unlock me from him. Even with this knight right in front of me. Ugh. Ow. Okay. I'm down a heal. And... Ay, both Cerulean and Crimson Tears are running low. Now we've got... now we've got the elevator going. So if we bugger this up, we'll be able to get back right quick. And now I'm going to summon Black Knife Tish. Show why she's one of the best summons in the game. Look at the damage. Ah. You're probably used to the cold, but I doubt you've ever faced anything quite like this. Come on. Gotcha. Looks like this is actually gonna be over before Commander Naal can do any of his tricks. The answer is yes, it is over already. Ay ay. Well, I can't say that was the smoothest fight against him I've ever had. But we still emerged victorious. But we have yet to claim the Erdtree medallion. What do we have here? The second half of the medallion. You wished to block out the sun. And I assure you, friend, you would not wish to see the Erdtree. It is not the glory you seem to think it is. Be that as it may. I believe... No, we'll carry on a little longer. Let's see... Was it the Grand Lift of Rold? Or the Lift of Dectus? I forget offhand. But now that I have the completed Erdtree medallion, I can access the consecrated snowfield. There, I'm in for another nasty bout. Against not one but two Knights Cavalry. Ah, yes, it is here. Hoist the secret medallion. Alright. Now we enter the pathway leading to the domain of Mikola. Hidden path to the Erdtree. And there is no grace to guide us here. More of these vulgar militia creatures. I see you. Yep, no reason to stay close to that abomination. Ay ay. Nice jump scare, though. Oh, another one of you. I was blocking, but I neglected to lock onto you. And as a result, I took a hit. Now for a bit of proper shenanigans. Drop down here, and then straight across an invisible bridge. And then an invisible wall, or a false wall, rather, leading to the Silver Scarab. I'm going to bloody need that, because there's a whole bunch of armor sets and weapons that I'm still gonna want. I come to think on it. Does the ghost flame? No, it doesn't. I was kinda hoping. Nope, not that one either. Okay. Now, There's a couple different rooms that you can access from this main hall. Thought I was out of stamina, did you? Honestly, a sacramental bud is nowhere near good enough. Looks like players came before me were kind enough to mark the way. No more of your bestial incantations. And then I can just drop straight down here. Get the hero's rune. Oh, crap. Oh, balls. Get away, get away, get away! Oh. Damn it all. Okay, let's try this again. It's gonna have to be the stake, because I can't even get to this area otherwise. There is no grace. Not yet. So we're going to have to see. At almost 300,000 runes. I would prefer not to lose all of that. Fortunately, my shield can 100% block their bestial sorceries. Let's be careful on the way back. He kinda shows me exactly where I could land. But that's still a bit hair-raising. Okay. Anything down? Yeah, there is a thing. I can kill them all from a distance, so I will. Ooh. Good to know that I can't kill with just the tapped R2. Has to be the full charge R2 to guarantee a kill with these guys. Good to know. So let's see. Boss gate. Will I go after this one? Initially, I have no choice. Anything here worth jumping off? Nope. Nope, that looks like death to me. So now we have to wait for the elevator to come back down. At least it isn't too long a wait. So now we find out where this leads. That ghost spooked me for a second there. Thanks for the warning. Oh, grave, Glovewort 9. So if I had any intention of using anything other than Tish, that would be most useful. Turn and face me. What the? Okay, so the only part of it that takes any real damage is the mouth, it seems. You hit it anywhere else, it kind of fizzles. Okay. We will explore a little more, but first I'm going this way to grab this Grace. Okay, now we can safely go back and explore a little bit more. Yes, I know there is a boss that I can encounter down here, and one that I didn't encounter. But I need to trigger the release mechanism to get him to turn up. Or rather, more accurately, open his arena. Okay. Switch is not here. So now let's go back this way. I'm glad you whiffed, because I lost complete sight of you for a second there. Okay, down here again. I suspect the lever. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Yeah. I was right in front of it. Well, I guess I'll end today's episode by killing this boss if I can. And I'll be needing Tish's help, probably. Oh, it's another mimic. Oh, wonderful. This time around, I didn't, I didn't remember this, therefore, I didn't swap my gear out. Fortunately, he can't mimic my summon. Can you imagine how much worse this would be if I also had to worry about another Black Knife Tish dropping in to help the mimic? Ay ay. Black Flame Monk Amon. Can't say that's really as intimidating as the Black Knife. No, we're not going back to the entrance of this dungeon. No. Our exit path was already discovered. Just need to wait on the elevator again. And up we go. And jump down. And then simply rest at the grace. Now then, I think I'll call today's episode here. We've made it to the first grace in the consecrated snowfield area, and defeated the second mimic boss. As well as slain Godfroy, the Grafted, and Electo, the Black Knife ringleader. So I think we've done a fair bit, don't you? So, as always, if you've enjoyed this, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a good day.